Hello and welcome to my online gallery show, Sacred Motes. This show consists of a series of small paintings, mostly 12 by 12 inches, that were completed throughout 2020. They reflect a cross-section of visual themes and concepts that I've been working on throughout the year. Most of them started as sketches from my drawing sketchbook, employing the process of liminal sketching that I've discussed in previous videos. Others may be drawn from other sources of inspiration, but all are connected in that they arose from a process of observing random forms. Random forms that I either observed in nature or those of my own creation. In this way, I allow the work to help me find the very edge of consciousness. Although the imagery has personal meaning to me, I've saturated my life with the study of imagery from world mythology, classical art, folklore, and history. As a result, I feel much of my work acts as a mirror back onto humanity's collective unconscious. Without further ado, here are the pieces in the show. The first painting in the show is also my most current. Death and the Maiden explores a classical theme that many artists have explored throughout history: the mysterious interaction between a maiden and the specter of death. Death whispers into the ear of a maiden who appears to be of advanced age. Perhaps living through this pandemic age compels me to see death standing too close and passing pestilence in a whisper. Branches was an early study for a much larger work called Stylight's Dream that I completed earlier in the year. Along with December Vision, the two works continue to explore the theme of multi-headed allegorical creatures that express thoughts and anxieties about contemporary social ills. Elements of humor in both disarm what might otherwise be scenes of pure horror. Final Breath continues this line of exploration, though injecting a sense of sublime hope. Birds are always fascinating to me. They connect the heavens to the earth and represent an ability to transition from the solid nature of the world below and merge with the pure chaos of the sky and clouds. Mercurius can also be seen in the same canon as all these, though from a far more whimsical direction. The next three paintings are from a series of visual explorations that I call Minotaur's Dream, an ongoing series of paintings in which I render snippets of dreams and visions as a tangled mass of vines and plant growth. Whenever I walk in nature, I'm drawn to examine natural textures wherever I look: bark, moss, stone. I especially like the look and texture of dry dead wood such as driftwood or old bare branches. Nature has a way of providing fractal chaos that the imagination can grasp onto and extract dreamlike imagery. The Minotaur of mythology has always had a place in my heart, a beast hidden away from the world, monstrous for reasons beyond its own fault. Misplaced Faith is derived from a vision that was triggered by the sight of rounded rocks on a stony beach. I used the image as a study for dramatic lighting to explore the themes of claustrophobia and violation. Mystic Grasp comes from the same stream of thought as branches and other multi-headed creatures, working the concept to a different place, the fingers of the hand like branches on a tree. Panic came from my sketchbook. The drawing of an anxious figure lost in tangled brush resonated with me and with others who saw it. Reflection is a moment of pure fantasy, a chance encounter between two different creatures across worlds. In some way it mirrors the creative experience of observation. Again, nature has a way of reflecting things back to us in a fantastic and insightful way. They Returned is an interpretation of a dream that I had many years ago. In the dream, I crossed a land bridge onto a tiny island. It was a place I wasn't meant to be, and I was anxious about being caught. When the inhabitants returned, I was blinded by the light of the sun behind them, so that I couldn't see their faces. Lastly comes Vision and Spirit, This one emerged from my liminal sketches directly on the board. As with many of those explorations, I allowed the details to emerge on their own without interpretation, and am left with the mystery of their meaning. The image resonates with me, though I'm still mystified by its meaning. The tangle of red flowers in a rocky landscape, one creature with a single eye, the other with two eyes but no pupils, and the miraculous glowing fruit of which the creatures could be either guardians or seekers. This concludes my presentation of Sacred Motes. I feel I could speak at much greater length about each piece in the show, but I'm more interested in allowing the pieces to speak for themselves. I'm curious to hear what people think of these images. Please leave me a comment. If you're interested in purchasing one of the pieces in this series, you can find the prices on the show event page or through a link in the video description. Please contact me directly via private message to arrange payment and shipping. If you'd like to support my work, I graciously accept patronage starting as low as $1 per month through my Patreon page at www.patreon.com/frankforstall. Every dollar you contribute can be redeemed with the purchase of an original work at any point in the future. Many thanks to all of my current and future patrons, and thank you for taking an interest in my work.